how's it going? My name is Jared from J White Media, and today we're going to be reviewing two episodes. I've missed the last couple of weeks just due to different appointments and just being busy. I didn't get to the videos I wanted to get to. So today we're going to be reviewing episodes 16 and 17 of Arrow Season 2, which is Suicide Squad and Birds of Prey. We're going to be starting off with Suicide Squad, episode 16, and then the video that goes up directly after this will be episode 17. Yeah, Suicide Squad was just a very solid episode. I really liked that episode. You got some character development and backstory with Deadshot. You heard about his daughter and why he does what he does. He's a very interesting character, and if you read the Suicide Squad comics, you kind of delve into that a bit, and yeah, he's just very interesting. So I really like seeing that part of the episode. His interactions with Diggle and those kind of the growing respect between them throughout the episode kind of just gave that whole dynamic a bit more dimension and a bit more realism. It was really intense. A few points that I really liked about the episode was the chemistry between Oliver and Sarah during their scenes. Oliver obviously trying to find Slade and trying to figure out where he's hiding and what's going on with him. Very short moments, not a lot of the episode takes place for that, but it is a bit of it. And just that whole scene where Oliver comes back into the foundry and says to Sarah, "I don't know how to stop him anymore," and he kind of breaks down. I thought that was a really good character moment for them. It really bolstered their bond a bit, or not a bit. I think it really bolstered their bond like quite substantially, and yeah, it really showed some character for Oliver kind of admitting defeat in this one. We got to see a bit of Diggle's background as well, in the form of his flashbacks to Afghanistan, and specifically how he saved Golem Kadir, who is the main villain in this episode, a terrorist, and he is, they say he went to the good side after he gave up a lot of information, but obviously he hasn't. He's tried to buy the earthquake machine in episode 12? Tremors? Yeah, episode 12. And he now has a chemical weapon, which he has already used. So he was a bit of an interesting character. They really like mentioning these DC Comics fictitious cities in the show recently. They've really been hitting on Markovia and talking about Markovia. This one actually takes place in Markovia. They also mentioned, I believe it's Kandak, which is the capital city of Black Adam's nation. They also mentioned the name of that nation in the episode. I can't remember it at the moment, but they do mention Kandak, and so that's an interesting reference, just because people know it from Black Adam and as where Black Adam lives. But there are a lot of interesting Easter eggs in this episode. We also had a kind of cameo by Tara Strong, who voices Harley Quinn. She has been the voice of Harley Quinn since the Batman animated series. and she also currently does the voice of Raven on Teen Titans Go. She was the voice of Raven on the Teen Titans animated series, which just ended its run last year. Um, she also does a few other voiceovers for characters in other properties. Um, but she's a well established voice actor, and so in this episode, they actually gave her some lines. The girl in the other cell beside, I believe it's beside Floyd Lawton's cell. Um, she has her cameo of, "Do you two, do you two cuties need some counseling? I'm a trained therapist." So right away, everyone knows that's Harley Quinn. Whether they'll use her again in the show or just have her as that Easter egg, I'm not sure. But I believe Mark Guggenheim said it was an Easter egg. Um, I think it would be cool to have her in the show. If you read um, the comics, Harley Quinn has been a pretty big fixture in the Suicide Squad for quite a while now. She's been in quite a big run with Suicide Squad, so everyone was kind of confused why they had Harley Quinn in it when Harley's supposed to be a Batman figure, but generally the last few years she's been more so a Suicide Squad character. So that's why she's in there. Um, I like that cameo. I like the scenes cutting back to Diggle in Afghanistan. Um, we saw his commanding officer from the first season back there. We saw, ooh, Diggle and Lila's relationship really changing in this one, um, and him not really quite knowing what's going on with her. That was a really interesting part, and yeah, it was just a really solid episode, really well done. Um, I like the I like the effects. I like the drone strike aspect of it. I liked Amanda Waller's duplicity. Cynthia Cynthia Di Robinson is playing Amanda Waller, and I think she's doing a very good job. Um, but I think I'm still not invested in the Amanda Waller character. That's no fault of Cynthia Robinson, and it's just something that I'm not clicking with. But she is doing a good job in the show, and she has her purpose. Um, and then to end things off for this episode, we also had the final scene, which was, Oliver getting asked out for dinner with Sarah and Laurel, turning it down, saying, "I have to go meet a friend, meet an old friend." Originally, I thought that might have been Slade, like he was gonna find Slade and just try to talk to him. Obviously, bad idea, but and it didn't turn out that way. But yeah, he went to go see Amanda Waller, and she knows about the island. She obviously has some experience with Slade, um, and he apparently goes to her for help, trying to track down Slade. And you can see on her face right when he says Slade's alive, she looks panicked and startled, and a bit scared, and she's completely disbelieving that Slade's actually still alive. It's interesting because we haven't seen her on the island yet, so I'm really wondering how or where she comes into it, and whether we'll see her on the island in this season. It's one of those things, like, everyone has a backstory and everyone has their connection to everyone else, and I'm struggling to see where Amanda would fit in. Because I don't think Argus is the type of is the bad kind of corporation that, or bad agency that people make it out to be. I don't see them ordering fires to destroy the planes or make a, you know, a new war in Asia. Um, but I don't know how she would be on the island. I don't know where she fits in on the island. Um, so we will see that hopefully by the end of the season. Um, Obviously, we know now that Suicide Squad is going to be helping Oliver track down Slade, and hopefully, maybe even in the final fight against Slade. We know Slade has allies. I'm guessing he's running Hive, and I've thought since the beginning that Isabel Rochev probably is the her job title before going into Queen Consolidator was vice president of acquisitions for another company, and I can't remember the name of the company. But I've always had a theory that that is a company owned by Slade, and he's just planted her there um, to kind of infiltrate Oliver's company and kind of discredit him. But I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure that Isabel is working for Slade. I just don't know in what capacity. Um, so that'll be interesting to see. And yeah, it'll be interesting to see how everyone fits in on on this level, like working together. Suicide Squad with Oliver's team, Slade with Brother Blood and Hive. It'll just be very interesting. So I'm gonna cut it here. My next video is gonna be done right after this. So yeah, I'm gonna cut it here. This was for episode 16, Suicide Squad, and I'll see you on the next video.